it's Robbo, back once again with additional details in the Michael Jackson Medley saga. As you remember, last week I sent you this amazing video and told you I'd be following up with some added details on kind of the backstory and how they developed it that you could apply to your own videos. And in the week that has transpired since then, not only has a lot happened, but I've found out a lot. And it turns out there's a lot of great information, and I can't get it to you all in one video, so I'm going to break it up into a couple parts. So let's take a look. Number one, I said a lot has happened in the last week or so. And let's take a look first at the number of views. Now, when I first got this out to all of you about a week ago, we were at around 305,000, and now, as you can see, 652,000 and growing faster and faster, it seems. So this is a really interesting opportunity to kind of get in at the ground floor of a video as it starts to really take off, and to find some ways that things that we can learn from it to apply to our own video. Now, a little bit of background on YouTube. Whenever you sign up for a YouTube account and you upload your first video, automatically what's created for you is this thing called a channel, which is almost like a home page, your little home piece of real estate on YouTube that has all your videos on there. And any video you go to, if you pop up here just to the right and above the video, obviously there's the title of the video and the description, but the other thing that you get is you get in dark blue the name of the or the username of who created it, and a little box that says subscribe. Now when you're logged in and you click on this subscribe button, what happens is you subscribe to their videos. So it's a great way to build a following, to during your videos invite people to subscribe to your channel. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on Kurt's username right here, and we're going to be taken to his channel. And there it is. And then right here on the right, there are a bunch of things here, but right here on the right are all of your videos compiled that you've uploaded that people can go look at. Before we actually start looking at that, what I'd like to do is scroll down a little bit, and what you have here on the left side is some profile information. Any of you who are on Facebook will kind of recognize this. It's just a little bit of biographical information on Kurt. And the reason why I wanted to bring your attention to this is there's a little line that says when he joined, and it was October 15th, 2007, almost 2 years ago to the day. Now, the reason why I wanted to call this to your attention is Rome was not built in a day, and yes, the Michael Jackson Medley video is taking off, but Kurt Schneider has been playing around on YouTube for about 2 years and learning the ropes and learning what works and what doesn't work. So, important lesson number one, don't expect your videos to go bananas overnight, and if they don't beat yourself up over it. Okay? Let's scroll back up to the top and take a look at the 23 videos that Kurt has uploaded. Now, if you look at the thumbnails of these videos, what you'll see is that these are really simple videos. Not all of them, in fact, none of them are like the Michael Jackson Medley. They're all basically people, for the most part, sitting around playing music. Very, very simple. There's Kurt on the video walking toward the piano and starting to play. And that's what a lot of the videos are like. So number two, start really simple with your video. You don't have to shoot the moon. Get your feet wet. Get comfortable. The third thing I wanted to call to your attention is if you look at some of the titles of these videos, what they've done is a lot of these songs that they've created are what are called covers, meaning they're not original songs. It's Kurt and his buddies singing songs by other artists. This one is by Jordan Sparks. Here's one by Beyonce. Here's one by Miley Cyrus. And the reason why this is good to do is Number one, obviously the title has the names of those popular artists in the title of the video, so they're more likely to show up in a search. And number two, you tap into an already existing fan base. Now, most of us aren't musicians. However, most of us have current events, current hot breaking ideas, current trends, and even hot personalities in our field that we can in some way ally or align ourselves with them, at least when we're starting out, to get more views, more attention, to have ourselves show up in search a little more easily. So they've created a series of these very simple videos, started to develop a fan base, leveraged kind of other people's following. The third thing I want to point out to you is this thing right here, College Musical Episode 3. And after they'd gotten their feet wet and shot some simple videos, they began shooting something a little more sophisticated. In this case, it was something called College Musical. Now, if any of you have kids or you're up on pop culture, you know there was this kind of phenomenon called High School Musical, which was a big theatrical hit. I think they've had 3 of them that have come out. They got ambitious, but again, they tapped into something that people could recognize. Again, you tap into pre-existing buzz, pre-existing fan base, pre-existing profile. So, I wanted to set the stage for you to see what this viral video, this Michael Jackson medley, came from. It didn't come out of thin air. So, number one, what can we learn from Kurt and his pals? Number one, be good at what you do. A lot of us, we're not going to sing like Sam, we're not going to play like Kurt, but we're darn good at what we do. Stop being modest about what you do and get it out there. And put what you do best up front in your video. Whatever that is, let people see it, let them bond with it, let them start to follow you for it. The second thing is start simply. Don't shoot the moon with your first videos. Number 3, find what I would call a semi-commercial hook for at least a couple of your first videos. Align yourself with a current trend, a current personality, a hot topic, so that people who, number one, who are searching for those hot topics, you'll show up in search, and even though they don't know you, they will know the personality or the topic or the current event you're aligning yourself with, and they're more likely to watch your video. 3, as you develop confidence, then start to up-level the sophistication of your videos. 4, appeal to the emotions. Now, a lot of us aren't musically, again, we're not musically talented, so we can't, have people crying listening to our voices. But we can tell case histories. If you have any of your own stories in your own life that are very compelling, tell that. Talk about your audience's dreams, what they're aspiring to. Talk about the challenges that they're up against. All these things are ways that you can create an emotional pull with your video. And by being the solution to helping your audience achieve their dreams, to get through their challenges, you will develop a following. And finally, be happy with a small but devoted following to start. It will build. So, in the next segment, what I'm going to do is we're going to go back, not 2 years ago, but about 4 months ago, when this thing really started going bananas, when the views really started piling up. And I'm going to show you step by step what started to happen, how they built on this foundation to create this phenomenon called the Michael Jackson Medley, and to show you how you can do the exact same thing. This is Rob Schultz for Magical Multimedia Tour and magicalmultimediatour.com.